In this video, we're going to learn how to handle errors using PHP. So first of all, let's write a simple PHP statement that we know is going to trigger an error. So for example, let's echo the file size of a file that we know does not exist. Okay, so for example, a file called inexisting file.txt. Okay, so we know this file doesn't exist, so we know that if we refresh our page, we're gonna get an error. Okay, so this is not a syntax error, but this is what we call a runtime error, which has been generated by the PHP engine. So in this first example, we are going to see how to customize the way we show this error to our user. So we want to show the error in a more user-friendly way. Okay. So we're going to create something we call an error handler. Okay, so it's going to be a function, okay, which is going to process some parameters, and it's going to show the error in the way we like. Okay, so let's create this function. So this function is, we need to create it before we run the statement which is going to give us an error. Okay, so let's call this function, for example, error handler 1. Okay, we're gonna create another one in the second example. So this function is going to take a few parameters, and then it's going to run some code. So the parameters we're going to give to this function are going to be as following. So the first parameter, which is a required parameter, we're going to call it error number. Okay, you can call it anything you want, but the first parameter is going to be referring to the error number. And the error number in PHP refers to the error level. In PHP, there are many error levels. Okay, as an example, error level 1 means that we are dealing with a fatal error, and our script is going to stop immediately. Okay, at the stage we get the error. Okay, there are other error numbers. Level 2, for example, is a runtime warning. Okay, so this type of error is not fatal, and basically the execution of our script is not going to be stopped. Okay, and this is an example of an error of level 2 or warning. Okay, so that's going to be the first parameter, error number. The second parameter is going to be the error string. Okay, so I'm going to call it error string. Okay, you can call it anything you want, but that's going to be the second parameter. And the error string is just the error message that we get. So in our case, this is our error string. Okay. Okay, so these are the required parameter for any error handler. There are other parameters we can use. Okay, they are not required, but I'm just going to add them for now. So we're going to have the error file, which is just the PHP file that we are that is running our scripts. Okay, so in our case, it's our file there. Okay, with the complete path of the file, and we can see it here. Okay, and then the next parameter is going to be the error line. So the error line is the line where the error happened, and in our case, it's happened in line 34. Okay, and finally, we've got a variable or a parameter, error context. Okay, so error context is just an array which will tell us all the variables that we had at the time our error happened. Okay, we'll see in a bit what you can find there. Basically, in the error context, you can find anything, including the post variable, the get variable, the cookie variable, and so on. Okay. Okay, so now what we want to do, we would like to echo our error in a nice readable way. So we're just going to echo a paragraph. Okay, and inside our paragraph, let's write error, and then after that let's write the error number between brackets. Okay, so that's going to be this variable, error number, and then let's have the error string right after this, which is this variable. Okay, and then a dot. So that's how we want to show our error on the screen. Okay, so now after we have defined our error handler, now we need to use another function, okay, to set our error handler, and this function is going to be set error handler. Okay, so this function is just going to set the error handler for us. Okay, so it's going to take as a parameter a string where we're going to place the name of our error handler. Okay, so our error handler is going to handle all the errors which are triggered after the setting of the error handler. Okay, so if we save and refresh, now we can see how our error is displayed this time. Okay, so we can see our paragraph echoed there. So we've got the error number there, and we've got our error string. Okay, let's just make a quick change inside our paragraph. So let's make error look bold by putting it inside the strong tags. Okay, and now that looks better. Okay, so that's how we can handle errors using PHP.